Welcome back. The Department of Defense selects Indiana as one of its microelectronics hubs, investing $33 million into the Hoosier state for research, development, and training to build advanced technology for the military. Today, I talked to Indiana Senator Todd Young, who helped push the legislation that's funding this project. Senator Young, what are you telling constituents about what this means both locally and for national defense?
Well, I'm really excited about today's announcement. What I'm telling people is that the state of Indiana is leading the way in managing the $2 billion of resources that were allocated through my CHIPS and Science Act for the Department of Defense so that we can meet our computer chip semiconductor needs. And our war fighters will have access to the best processors to go into our missile systems, radar systems, and so forth. I'm also telling people that the state of Indiana, because we landed a Silicon Valley, a Silicon Heartland microelectronics hub today, we're going to be receiving a lot more resources, $238 million. Going for workforce training at places like Ivy Tech and Purdue University, investing in digital infrastructure and other things that are needed to ensure that Indiana can continue to build out its ecosystem for high tech, particularly in the semiconductor area.
What does Indiana need to do to stay competitive for these types of investments?
Well, we need to continue doing what we've done at Ivy Tech Community College and Purdue, and increasingly we're seeing this at IU, and that is make sure that we have the best-in-class curriculum. Purdue, for example, has established a dedicated program of study for microelectronics engineering and research, and we're seeing a lot of major semiconductor companies. Intel is a notable example that is recruiting heavily out of Purdue University. Ivy Tech is filling many of the technician training imperatives of building out this tech economy that I mentioned. And so we need to just collectively, as Hoosiers, make sure that we have the workforce necessary. If we have the workforce that is ready to plug and play into any new project that may be coming online, the sky's the limit when it comes to recruiting new high-tech companies that will offer good-paying jobs into our state in the future.
And before I let you go, we're talking a lot about the tech economy and the tech infrastructure. How does that play into whatever global arms race is happening right now where the U.S. sees this as necessary?
Well, as the generals and admirals and top officials within the national security and intelligence community tell me, our ability to stay ahead of the Chinese Communist Party and other bad actors in the area of artificial intelligence will be key to our national security. That's why I'm actively working on artificial intelligence, making sure that we are cultivating a policy atmosphere for where that innovation can continue here in Washington. But also, it's something that drove me to work on the CHIPS and Science Act. In addition to having the best software and computer engineers and collecting a lot of data, which needs to go into these artificial intelligence models, we need to make sure that we have the capacity to build the computer chips that run these very power-intensive computer models. We need to make those chips here in the United States. We're increasingly making them through the CHIPS and Science Act, and innovations in that manufacturing process will be facilitated by today's announcement, establishing these microelectronics hubs, including the Silicon Heartland hub in Indiana.
Also under the CHIPS and Science Act, Indiana has applied for a separate federal tech hub designation, which could bring another $50 to $75 million of investment for advanced manufacturing.